around how has this data center market evolved over the last few years, say 2-3 years, and what are the key segments in the verticals that are driving this focus today and in the future? How is that going to be, and how has actually COVID played an impact on this market?
I know, I think Kamal got the first opportunity. It's always like, in the exam, the first question is always lengthy, right? And then the second question onwards, you will get less time to comprehend. But I think majority of the points Kamal ji already covered. I'm coming from Pi data centers, which is, relatively slightly new compared to, SIFI and, some of the players. And of course, Manish is following us, data. So what I have seen in the last 6 years, and of course, that digitization, as Kamalji mentioned, is rapidly, multiplying. And in the last 2 years or so, we are seeing a tremendous increase, right, across the globe, right? That is one point. Secondly, India, in particular, as a market, right, because of the population, because of the the market opportunity also is increasing tremendously. I mean, if you look at, right, IPL gets played in India more, frequently than any other place. I mean, entire, all the countries, earlier, remember those days where we don't even used to get even 3 test matches outside of, Asian countries, but now everyone wants to play in India. So such is the market potential as a country that, we are evolving into, and hence, so many data needs, right? And then the third is the data localization. Still, I would say it is not as stringent as some of the, Asia Pacific countries and the European countries. But then there are early indications that it is going to go more stringent, and that would also completely pivot the way the demand for data center needs would be there, right? I mean, I was just reading some of, as you said, one of the real estate JLL's report. Today we are consuming about 375 megawatts, but it is going to increase almost 3 times in the next 5 years, right? It's a significant jump. And are we there to really pick up that kind of a demand? My personal view is not there. I mean, while unlike a software companies where thousands of companies are there within India, we are only a handful of data center operators, right? Purely Indian operators. And Microsoft, AWS, Microsoft, they have announced to build their own, but as Kamal said, they are still using one of us today, right? And their needs are going to grow and grow. And on top of it, the overseas players are coming into the Indian market. We have seen Colt coming in. We have seen Iron Mountain doing a JV with one of our friends, and we have seen another large overseas player. So definitely, in summing up, right, India as a data center hub, there is going to be a tremendous growth because as a country, it's a marketplace. The data is getting multiplied because of the population itself, and the internet usage, even in the urban population has tremendously increased, right? Even states like Bihar and AP, recently formed state, there's a 12% increase in the internet usage, in the last 6 to 9 months. So everywhere, and of course, COVID, needless to say, it is only multiplying the way the data is getting manipulated. So in general, to answer that particular first part of the question, there is a tremendous growth required. I mean, is there from a data center industry perspective. And I personally believe that the supply side is not there, and I'm really seeing how existing players like us and then some of the new guys want to venture into it are going to catch this opportunity, because there is easily a 5 billion investment opportunity in the data center market itself. And I see every day there is a new player trying to invest so much of money from an outside of the country. So that's a short answer for that trends on top of what Kamalji has kind of elaborated.